Liverpool Chiefs FSG have opened talks with Saudi and Qatari consortia on the £3 billion takeover. Fenway Sports Group has reportedly started talks with two consortia from the Middle East on the £3 billion sale of Liverpool. FSG shocked fans by putting the Premier League club up for sale earlier this month. Consortiums from Qatar and Saudi Arabia are believed to be interested in purchasing the Reds and have contacted current owners FSG to express their feelings. Liverpool fans seem to be concerned that any proposal from a Qatari or Saudi consortium will involve government intervention. Qatar and South Arabia have poor human rights records as same-sex relationships are illegal and women's rights are restricted by both countries. According to the information transferred, the two consortiums contacted one of Liverpool's managers, FSG director Mike Gordon. Gordon is overseeing the sale of the Merseyside club, replacing main owner John Henry. Both consortia are allegedly privately owned businesses, but that doesn't mean that neither state would be involved. The tenders of Qatar and Saudi Arabia reportedly have close ties to the country's ruling families. Neither country has a democratically elected government. Saudi Arabia's sports minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki Al Faisal, also admitted that the state would support takeover bids for Liverpool and rivals Manchester United. The Red Devils were put up for sale by the owners of the Glazers on Tuesday, imitating the actions of the FSG. I can't speak for them from the private sector, but there is a lot of interest and appetite and a lot of passion about football, the Saudi chief told BBC Sport. It is the most watched league in Saudi Arabia and the region, and the Premier League has a large number of fans. If any Saudi private sector comes in, we will definitely support it, because we know it will have a positive impact on sports within the kingdom. But if there is an investor willing to do it and the numbers are accumulating, why not? It is unclear how Saudi Arabia or Qatar will support these private consortia. In Newcastle's case, the Public Investment Fund, Saudi Arabia's state-run sovereign wealth fund, owns an 80% stake in the club with a controlling stake. Despite this, the Premier League does not consider Newcastle to be a state-owned club. They received legally binding assurances. This was not the case when this takeover was completed in October 2021. Therefore, a similar situation may arise in Liverpool or United. Both Liverpool and United have attracted attention elsewhere. Jürgen Klopp's side has been in talks with a US-based buyer, but currently the route is back to the Arabian Peninsula. Forbes valuated Liverpool at £3.68 billion and United at £3.8 billion. FSG is expected to make huge profits from the Reds after buying the club from Tom Hicks and George Gillett for £300 million 12 years ago. It looks like a huge profit will be made for the club owners, and Liverpool standards are now at their peak again. The club won the Premier League Cup after many years under the management of FSG, and with its performance in recent years, it has managed to stay at the top of the league and managed to take place in the upper rounds of the Champions League. It is a very successful situation for the club to reach this level with low budgets, and the management made the right move by bringing Klopp, who created a good team with this budget, to lead the team. Now, what most fans think is what Klopp can achieve with bigger budgets. Manchester City has been Klopp's biggest rival in recent years. With the high budgets given to Guardiola, the head of the team, the chance to form a team as he wanted was not given to the German manager. However, Klopp still remained a contestant. Now that you imagine Klopp teaming up on a more comfortable budget after a Saudi or Qatar-based consortium bought Liverpool, the successes that could ensue should excite everyone. Liverpool agree to miss Man United deal for outgoing fatal striker. Manchester United may have struck a deal in principle with PSV Eindhoven's Dutch star Cody Gakpo, but ruthless rivals Liverpool may have the final word, according to a report. The 23-year-old has emerged as the primary candidate to replace Cristiano Ronaldo at Old Trafford. United's interest seems high, given he has scored twice in the World Cup and his club record this season is 35 goals in 31 appearances. Erik ten Hag is reportedly determined to bring the Dutch player to England. Football Insider recently stated that Gakpo has made a deal in principle with the Red Devils. While this is certainly a step in the right direction, United will need to make a deal with Gakpo's club PSV. An exit in January or summer are both viable options, but an end-of-season pass seems like the most likely scenario at this stage. Gakpo was available for around £35 million over the summer, and the actor has confirmed multiple times that he's spoken to Ten Hag. However, United prioritised signing Gakpo after his outstanding form as they saw the price tag inflating. The consensus is that if Gakpo moves today, it could have a price tag of between £40 million and £50 million. Gakpo can play any position along the front, including centre-forward. It might be an ideal addition to Ten Hag, but according to the latest news, Klopp's Reds are a very real danger. Dutch journalist Hans Kraaij reported that Liverpool's assistant Pep Lijnders was fascinated by Gakpo. Lijnders is reportedly forcing Klopp to miss any move Manchester United makes. Both Lijnders and Klopp have taken a more hands-on role in Liverpool's recruitment over the past 12 months. With the recent resignation of sporting director Julian, this is a trend that is expected to continue, and if they see Gakpo worthy, they could do anything to clean up the move Manchester United have proposed. Hans said, "Gakpo is gone. PSV will no longer be able to hold him. Gakpo will play in the Premier League soon. It was much more likely to be Manchester United because Cristiano Ronaldo left, but at Liverpool, his assistant Pepijn Lijnders is fascinated by him, so he's chasing Jürgen Klopp. Liverpool can make a deal that misses Manchester United's goal." However, whether he will go to Old Trafford or Anfield is up in the air at the moment. However, it is certain that Gakpo shook European football with his latest form. The Dutch star scored 9 goals and made 12 assists in 14 league games for PSV this season. He also maintained his form and shined in the World Cup. He scored 2 goals in 2 matches against the Netherlands and played an important role in his team's 1 win and 1 draw. The absence of a real alternative to Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah makes his transfer even more important. Liverpool's depth of attack is comparatively worse than in previous years, and a Gakpo move to this area could provide an alternative for more than one position. If the star player continues to shine in the World Cup, it may be impossible to get him for £40 million. The incredible player turned down an offer for a new contract amid Liverpool's allegations that he was linked. Liverpool's transfer target Mason Mount has turned down Chelsea's latest contract offer. According to the information reported, Mount is said to have turned down an offer worth around £200,000 a week. The 23-year-old is reportedly looking for something closer to £300,000 a week. Mount is said to have turned down the offer before flying for the ongoing World Cup with England. Chelsea will reportedly suspend talks while the tournament continues. However, it is claimed that it is unlikely that a quick solution will be found when talks resume. Liverpool and Juventus are said to be sticking around, while Chelsea and Mount are reportedly far apart. This could be seen as good news for Liverpool's interest in Mount. Any move for the British man will only happen if he is entering the final months of a deal in West London. On the other hand, it seems very difficult for Liverpool to sign a contract with such figures. Mount is a good player, recently labelled as incredible by Chelsea and England teammate Raheem Sterling. Maybe it would fit nicely into Jürgen Klopp's system, but there could also be a number of other players who didn't want the world as a fee. So it seems highly unlikely that Liverpool will make a move on him unless Mount is willing to drastically lower his demands.